what he's
In
doing.
5, 4, 3, 2. Fred's house. I was in the middle of a yawn.
Hey, that was sick. We had smoke effects and
Everything.
You want to hear a sick riff?
he almost decapitated me at the end of that. He just went, ooh. You guys want to see a sick riff and a live decapitation?
I'm about to go sicko mode, bro. It's okay, I know jujitsu.
We get it, bro. We're jujutsu.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome once again. Aquí
Yeah.
estamos.
I feel like now we've been doing it every other week.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Finals week is a bitch, bro.
Yeah. Marco's doing finals. Quick little update. That's Marco. I'm me. I'm Rigo. That's Celeste. And that's Isidro.
I think they know us by now.
Yeah.
And everyone
Joanna.
here is very cute.
Yeah. Huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Everyone here is very cute.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
At least I think we're cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Could be worse. We could be fours, I guess.
Yeah.
Too bad we're strong
Solid six.
eights.
Solid six.
Strong
Solid
eights. Some might
sixes.
even call me like a 14.
You're
But
14. Wait, out of what?
a diamond, 4 pennies.
14 out of 35.
14 out of 30.
Oh, no, vale, verga.
That's pretty good. But yeah, welcome back. I guess we could give you a little update on what's been going on.
Life.
Yeah.
I forgot
Work.
to shave.
Yeah, Marco's doing freaking
Busyness.
jujutsu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu, bro. Choking some people out. Arm bars for days. Ezekiel chokes. And at the same time getting choked out. My favorite is when I'm getting choked out and I'm like, harder, daddy. And then I
Wait,
tap.
Who did Ezekiel choke?
Ay, Dios
Who?
Who
mío.
did Ezekiel choke?
It's a what?
Bro, you,
It's a type of
Marco
choke.
was like,
Computing.
yeah. He looked at Marco, he was
Warning.
Cannot compute.
like, what else? What else happened? Oh, okay, so, all right, let's do the Marco update first. So he's doing jujutsu.
Yes.
He's doing his finals.
Yes.
Wish him luck.
Thanks.
By now, by the time you watch this episode, he would know whether he passed or failed. So
I mean, it looks like I'm doing pretty good so far.
you're-
It looks like we're on the
Fine.
passing route. Watch me just get a fucking F in history just from this one
I
paper.
hate
even if you get an F,
history,
you'll
dude.
still pass.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah,
get
you have
C.
you have an 100, right?
You're going
Yes.
down to a C.
Yeah, so if you get an F, you get a C. You'll still pass.
Yeah, but I want to keep the 100.
No, I know, but you can't
It's
fail.
nice.
But you won't fail.
Oh,
You
I'm
could not
saying.
turn in the paper and you'll
You'll still
pass.
I used to
You
do
get
that.
like a C.
I used to do that when I was in Davis. I was like computing what's like the lowest I can get in order to still pass.
Dang.
It's the best feeling.
least amount of
to
work.
see.
No, what the fuck?
I used to do that
We
all
were
the
the
time.
complete
don't do
opposite in
that?
school.
I used to
I
do-
couldn't.
No,
because
well-
towards the end, I had my straight A's, so I didn't want to fuck it up anymore.
Well, I did that.
Oh.
I did that for like the classes I hated. Like I was just like, what is the lowest I can get to pass? So
Well,
pass the class.
no,
That's
that's
still
what,
so much work. It's
Yeah,
almost like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
trying to. You're
The amount of
purposely
work-
doing subpar work and but the fact that you know how gradual, like where to
you could have been
go.
studying
you,
in that
you
time.
could've- No, not just that. You could have then just easily gotten the A.
Like, if your professor knew how
I
much
did
work you
fine,
put into
guys.
it, I'm
I
pretty sure he would have
graduated.
given you
I
a good
did
grade.
fine. I graduated what 3 point, at least a 3.5.
Oof.
At least
I have
Damn, what?
I
What
think.
do you have right now?
like a 3.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I saw
I'm a
that.
fucking nerd.
Yeah.
In high school, I graduated with 4.0.
Oh, hell
That
no.
for-
In high school, I
for
graduated
sure.
with a 2.6.
I was
So just barely.
Barely. Yeah. No, literally. Like, I did.
Bro, I didn't even know my high school GPA. I
I'm
wouldn't
pretty sure
catch
that's what
people.
I graduated with. Like a
Yeah.
3, probably a little less.
I mean, it didn't matter.
I was just anxious
I didn't go to Berkeley.
and depressed.
I didn't go to Berkeley.
I didn't go to school.
Your mom goes to college. Oh my god, we never clapped.
I'm the only
You
failure
clap right
here.
now. No, we clapped throughout, so we'll figure it out.
You did clap at the beginning.
I thought you
No,
did.
Yeah.
I clapped like in the microphone, but like away from the camera.
Oh.
Like the
okay.
camera needs to catch it and the
Oh.
microphone, so I can sync the video.
You'll be fine.
It's technical talk. You guys don't need to hear this. But yeah, okay. So finals, jujutsu, and I think that's it with Marco. Isidro's got some really great news.
Yeah.
He got a big boy job.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's had a big boy job, but a bigger boy job. That makes
A
sense.
bigger boy job.
bigger boy job.
A bigger-
Making the big bucks.
Oof.
Yeah.
On his way there.
I got a new job,
On his way
guys.
up.
There you go. There you go. Look how happy he is.
Just picking at his hands.
That's some hard work calluses.
Hard work calluses.
They are though.
He does. He has like dad hands.
He literally does.
Yeah,
Like,
he does.
My dad's hands are like the roughest type of like. Have you ever? I don't like when you shake my dad's
your
hand.
dad's
Like they're
hard.
hella
Your
hard
dad-
as fuck.
Your
Like,
dad can hang and he's what?
63,
Yeah, your
I
dad.
think 62.
Can I say something?
I don't know. Well,
There's nothing bad.
He's like, your
63.
hot.
Imagine.
I want your
way.
dad to get me in an Ezekiel truck.
Your brother Gabriel, he reminds me of
I thought you were gonna say something about my dad.
No,
You can do
no,
whatever
no.
you want. You can say
No.
whatever you want about my brother.
no, like
Yeah.
your brother's a hard worker, but I can tell that he doesn't he's used to what he does and he doesn't really like the manual labor aspect of it.
I hope he doesn't watch this.
Yeah, that day.
I get what you mean though.
Yeah. I don't know.
Cut.
No, I don't mean it in a bad way,
We'll
but
start
I know
over.
what you
Play the
mean.
song again. Play the song again.
but it's because like when you know how, like when you're working with somebody,
Yeah.
you immediately like you know who not that he obviously he did work. It's not like he wasn't
Yeah.
working, but
It was the
If you
work,
can have
the
help,
work
he'll
equivalent
ask for
of
help.
Yeah.
Get
Celeste.
the help.
he definitely
Yeah.
he definitely sides more
With like
with like
have
the
other-
leadership
Yeah.
role.
Yeah.
Like he's very quick to be like, oh, I'll do this and this and this, but he won't get into the grunt work. Is kind of what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Not that he wasn't working, but I don't know.
He does the work equivalent of Celeste in college.
Kind of. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Hey, okay.
He's like calculating like
What
what's
is
the
the
minimum
least
amount of work I can do to get through the day. No.
And your dad's that's why that day your brother's just like, all right, yeah, I think that it's good. And your dad was just like, your dad joking, he was just like, ¿Ya te vas a rajar? And I was just kind of like,
Boom, roasted.
I mean, my dad is used to all that.
Yeah, I
Like,
was
that's
like-
what he does.
I was like, yeah,
It's always like that though. It's always like
and even going with him to like the massage place.
As a
I
chiropractor.
I feel like I viewed your dad in.
How
in-
did that go?
I viewed your dad in too much of like a quiet, because he's quiet.
Yeah, he is really quiet.
And I viewed him a lot as just like, oh, he's just quiet. But it's like I almost forgot that he's Mexican.
What the
in the sense of like, when they're comfortable, they're like, I'm just like, oh, like I didn't know you like this, but it's like, oh, you're different. Like when he was younger, I'm just like, this dude definitely was freaking.
What did he do?
Nothing crazy ni nada, pero
I don't even know how that trip went.
like
I didn't
wait, you
know.
guys got a massage together?
They want to go to the
Justin.
chiropractor because my dad goes to the chiropractor regularly, and he went with my brother, and he was working with them because my brother's doing something in his backyard, so he put him to work. He's like, "Can you come help me?"
Ooh.
no, it wasn't.
yeah.
Can you come help me?
It's like,
was-
you're gonna help me.
It was like, oh, you're going over there. And I was just like, yeah, I
Okay.
kind of had a feeling.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
got a choice.
so they invited him to go to the chiropractor with them, and I never even asked you how that went.
It was good. I was
Cause he went with
I was
him by
kind of
themselves.
It was
scared
good.
because of the neck thing. Because they
Oh, they crack your neck.
pop your neck and then he pulls and shit. And I told your dad, I was just like, I mean, I was like, lo único que así me da nervios es lo de la nuca, pero es porque yo sí, like, tengo, I was like, a mí me, like, I'm hella tense up here. And no, it felt fucking amazing. He released a knot back here in between the shoulder blades that I had for I don't know how long.
Really?
Yeah, your back is
And
fucked
it
up.
felt fucking amazing, dude. When it just like, I just felt like my shoulder drop. I was like, and then when he popped my neck, he did that shit hella fast. I was just like, I mean,
Yeah.
that felt good, but it didn't really do nothing for me. Like, it didn't really do nothing for me.
Someone that really knows like what they're doing, like you won't even notice it
Yeah.
happening. Like,
And I think he
rubbing
felt
your
maybe I was a little
Yeah.
nervous,
tense
apprehensive
up.
with the neck thing. And so he did it faster than all the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like he didn't play around or feel around. And then he's like, he's just like,
Because then you'd get nervous.
yeah, and then
yeah.
he did it like they're so good with that. I'm just like, sneaky.
The fact that they can kill you though.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
they
what
can
I was
fucking-
thinking. I was just like, yeah, and that's why I get apprehensive because I'm just like, not.
They wanted to. They can probably.
Well, I don't
kill
know
you.
what it said. Like it's like
Yeah.
you can like feel the fucking knot
Like those noodles.
back here, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, what if some shit like that just?
Your dad comes back from the trip. Solo matamos.
I was really thinking that on the way there. I was just like, man, what if I die?
You're not gonna die.
And then like
Jeez.
they have to go back and they're like, hey.
You couldn't hang.
That's my fear when I go to a chiropractor and then I end
But
up like this.
everything else felt
I
fucking.
come out, I'm just like, that shit was great.
everything else felt fucking great. Like I'd never gotten adjusted like that.
Fuck
Like, it was just
that.
like, oh yeah.
He comes home, he's like, let's go to IHOP.
It's like, and I don't know if everybody else heard the crack, the pops, but you hear him fucking like hella loud. I was just like, man,
Me.
that was good.
Fuck though.
Yeah. What other new news do we have? Celeste has a new car.
You have a new car?
It's my mom's car. I have it.
Eric still thinks it's your car. I told him that you got a new car, and when you came in here, no one told him.
Oh really?
Yeah. No
I
one
thought
told
I
him.
told him.
No, all you said was like, "Oh, did you see the license plate?" And he thought it was like a joke that like you have like a mom's UC Davis mom.
Why would I have a mom?
That's you have Alvin like.
The UC Davis
It's
car.
like it's
like a soccer mom car.
You need to tell him that it's
Specifically.
not my car.
No, I'm just using my mom's car for the time being.
Hey, that shit's clean though.
That shit nice.
It's very
Subaru.
nice.
Subaru.
Yeah.
Does he listen to the podcast?
Every now and then. I mean, he's listened to like the first couple episodes, and then he'll listen to like an episode if I tell him like listen to something. But that's why I'm like I could tell stories about him, and I don't give a fuck because I'm like, hold on. I literally, good thing I noticed it.
Huh? What?
That camera's turned off.
Off?
Yeah, the one that's pointing at you guys.
It has not been recording this whole
I
time.
don't know how long ago it happened.
You just have audio for a little bit for us then.
Damn.
Enjoy our voices for that little bit, guys.
Technical difficulties once again. That was my attempt at a fucking recorder or something.
I wish I had a new car. That'd be nice.
Sorry guys, hold on, we might have to edit this.
I think I have a harmonica in my backpack. She has hella random shit. I posted it out at work in
Can
the
you
office.
play with your butt? Yeah, like that.
Oh my god, did you just fart?
No.
Oh, that's all that story about your freaking massive fucking earthquake of a fart you laid.
We don't talk about that one.
We're gonna talk about that.
He was squatting and
I
all.
know there's a fucking volcanic eruption in my fucking living room, dude.
Celeste was both disgusted
And impressed.
Impressed.
Yeah, she was just like. literally, she looked at me and she was just like,
Wait, the camera's not on you.
what?
To the face.
Oh, huh?
To the face, because the camera is on you.
How do
No,
you?
I'm not talking to the camera, I'm talking to you.
Oh, you're talking to me.
That's what
Okay.
I said, huh? She was over there and she looked at me and she's just like, yeah, I'm just like,
She's like, that shit's crazy.
That's just great.
I was like, what
because
the
it was
fuck?
still going, bro.
Going strong, bro.
That shit went.
Oh,
It's because that
God.
one so you know,
Esa madre fue y vino.
Oh shit.
there's no point in doing something unless you're gonna do it well, I guess.
Okay. The camera is now fixed.
Very nice.
That was so weird.
But yeah, this was crazy.
It's a very
It's very rare when those happen, but when they do, it's just like wow. At least someone was here to witness it.
Everyone was here to witness it.
Oh,
Oh,
shit!
gosh.
And it was all quiet too. This shit. Oh my god.
Alright guys, we're back. But I'm probably not gonna edit that because that was pretty funny. But yeah, it did record for a bit
Oh,
and then it
and it
stopped.
stopped? Oh,
yeah, I
okay.
don't know. But I saw it and I was like, why does it look red? And I know my wallpaper was red, so I was like, that's not good.
Anyways,
All right. Any other news for Celeste? It's your birthday.
it's my birthday next week.
Birthday.
Yeah.
It's my birthday.
When this comes out, it'll be her birthday.
B-day.
Well,
Will
her
it?
birthday would have already passed.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because I can't release it till next week.
Oh, very nice. So y'all trying to send some donations so we can go to Marshall's or something?
I'll put my Venmo at the bottom. I get nothing.
Friendly
Yeah,
donations.
we'll put Celeste's Venmo in the description, and if you guys want to send her some birthday money,
Some coffee. Buy her a coffee or something.
Yeah.
Isn't that a thing where it's like buy me a coffee or something?
Joanna, you ever seen
Send
the
me money,
$200 from Joanna? I could so see your sister doing something like that, Marco.
I would not accept $200 from your sister. I would not. It's too much money.
It is a lot.
I'd send it right back. I'd be like, mm-mm.
yeah, I don't have any.
We were out of town.
Yeah, they were out of town.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then I gave Marco money for Kendrick Lamar tickets.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go see Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Let's go.
Let's go.
Push these bitches off me like. Bro, that song is a banger.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys are all caught up on what
Yeah.
we've been up to. Yeah, I think we didn't record an episode last week because Cedro's getting his new job and stuff, and
Just life, work.
yeah, we were gonna do a solo episode, but then I kind of had a COVID scare in my apartment, so I didn't want to come over to see Marco, so we didn't do it.
Marco babysat our cat.
Cat sent.
He's a very good boy.
And he'll end up loving Marco
I
because he was
love-
feeding him.
I love him.
I love him.
And I gave him treats and stuff, and I could tell he liked the treats.
Oh yeah, he was crazy for
He's
that.
a freaking brat.
He is
Where is he?
He's spoiled.
He's laying down right there, looking right at Isidro.
I see a loaf of bread or what?
No, he's just.
He would he like loaf?
Yeah,
like-
yeah,
he's
he
like this.
loafs, yeah.
Yeah,
He's like this right now, and he's like.
I love when he like. It
Yeah.
looks so funny. They're just like,
yeah. Like there'd be times where I just woke up and I'm looking at him and I'm, what's up, Alvin? And he's just there like, he just loafed up.
He's
Yeah.
like, the fuck you doing here?
Would he come out here with you?
Yeah.
Like at night?
At night he'd go scratch the pole. Which the first day I was like, oh man, there's a ghost in here.
How did you feel sleeping here?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
was it
by
comfortable?
yourself.
I was
Yeah.
thinking that I was like maybe you like you got a little bit of a taste of what it is to live alone.
I did, yeah.
How did
Yeah.
you feel?
And I think that's one of the things too that I felt like I had fun with. Obviously, I wasn't like, oh, let's see all these snacks in here.
I know.
You could have.
I had
You
my
came back home and
no
it's empty.
no like I had
No,
my
it was the opposite. He left food for
You
us.
left food?
There was strawberries.
I
in the
left strawberries and
fridge.
shit.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like I
Washed
had
all
food.
the dishes.
Cedro was like, oh,
stuff,
Yeah, like I had carne asada and stuff. Like my aunt gave me carne asada, so I just
Oh, I thought you made carne asada here.
had that.
He
I
did.
did.
Yeah.
Oh,
I cooked it, yeah. I
Yeah.
cooked it and everything.
Oh.
I had rice and beans, and I was just like, and I cleaned all the dishes, you know. Obviously, I used them and I cleaned
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
up. And then I was chilling here, and I was like, huh, this is actually kind of cool. And then I just see Alvin, and he's just like, what's up? So I just be sitting there studying, listening to jujitsu podcasts, and then just fucking with Alvin next to me. I'm like, what's up, dude? It's chill, you know.
Yeah.
Very nice. I got a little taste of what it's like.
Little taste.
yeah.
One day.
Was the air mattress comfy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You
surprisingly
actually
comfy.
used it?
Huh?
You actually used it?
Yeah. It was.
We
yeah.
had it, we left it set up for him
Just
here.
like- very nice.
I would just.
It was kind of cold at night though.
The mattress?
Yeah, I don't know. I got.
You know
cold.
what though? It gets cold out here in the room. It's
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
really stuffy in our room.
Really?
That's why we leave like the AC on and stuff.
Oh,
You can turn it off.
that's why I thought it was a ghost or something.
And did we leave you cobijas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I was chilling.
I left
the
in
day
the
that the day that I got cold, I was just using one. But then I was like,
There's a basket of blankets over there too. Yeah.
but yeah, I was just chilling. I was like, ooh, I'm vibing.
He's just laying down.
Surviving the elements.
He's got pillows.
Sure is a little.
You see his breath.
He gets the carpet.
Alvin, lay on me. Nah, it was cool. But the first day, I was like, all right. I never sleep well.
No.
The first-
day,
yeah.
I sleep somewhere new.
Yeah.
Like
me neither.
if I go camping,
I-
if I go
that's why I
like
hate
visit family
staying
or
at
something,
hotels.
the first day
No,
it's always very like I don't sleep well. It's very like,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like I hear something.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
what
yeah,
is
because
that?
it's a new. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's like a survival instinct or something, right? Like you want to make
It
sure your
is.
surroundings are safe. And so yeah, I remember the first day I was just kind of there, and I just hear,
Yeah.
and I was just like,
Oh my God.
I was like, what the fuck is that noise? And then like, but
Cosmic.
I thought I heard Alvin back here, like I thought I heard his claws like on the ground, and I just hear like, and I was like, Isidro didn't tell me there was a ghost here. I was just like, oh,
I
hell
thought
It's
you
like, yeah,
literally
sorry,
said
he comes and goes.
Isidro?
yeah. I was just like, I don't think I'm alone here. And I was just like, oh shit. But then I saw Alvin's little tail like on the side, and I was
love
like,
when
oh,
you
it's
can
just
see that.
Alvin.
It's like a shark fin.
Yeah,
Wait,
like a
you
little
just
shark
gonna
fin. I
see-
just see
yeah.
kind of like, I was like, oh, it's Alvin.
Here he comes.
Yeah. What
You
up,
guys
bro?
are talking about me.
Yeah. He's like, somebody say a shark.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. There's nothing about this place that's ever told me that it's haunted, but I think it's like where it's located, like the fact that it's like kind of like in like this yard or something. I don't know. Part of me is like, if there were ghosts,
Sorry.
they'd
so.
be out here.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think it's haunted or nothing.
No, I don't think
It's
it's haunted.
not.
No, it's not. I've never. I mean, I don't know.
It's not.
I find this community very hard to believe it'd be haunted.
I know. Same.
like I feel like
Really?
I feel like if there's a ghost here, it's probably over there too. Like at that house or something.
No, I don't know. I think it's just towns
It's just
like
going through all the
Davis.
houses.
Yeah.
Like towns like these are just where I would expect.
Really? I
Things
feel
to be
they wouldn't
haunted.
be.
I don't.
I don't either. I feel like
Depends.
it's too like.
It depends.
Like, I mean, you have the half of the arboretum that just got bulldozed over like Native American like reservations, and then like as
I
a
didn't know that.
compensation they give them like a small piece of land. So it's like all this land was part of that. I don't know. I guess that's what I think of. I'm like, I would expect not like traditional ghosts, but like poltergeist ghosts or something. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah, no. Nothing's flown yet, so.
Nothing's
A
flown yet.
Wendigo or something.
A Wendigo.
I was just watching videos on.
It's okay. They flicker whenever the AC comes on. This is why I don't want to talk about her. Mark is just like,
Yeah.
it's like I'm gonna go.
Right.
This didn't happen. I never saw this shit before. Oh hell no. You said Wendigo one time. Fuck no.
Not even 3 times. Like, Wendigo.
Yeah, bro.
Skinwalker one time.
Oh shit.
You're howling outside and shit.
Oh hell no! Why did Alvin run away from something?
He's
No,
scared
Oh,
of
the
the
AC.
AC.
Yeah, the AC scared him.
Everything fucking
Alvin's kind
scares
of
him.
dumb, honestly. He's a little dummy.
Yeah,
He's
no,
like
I've
a
seen
kid.
him like fight with things, and then it makes a loud noise, and he
Yeah,
scares
he's like-
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's
I'm like,
super
bro,
jumpy.
you smacked it.
Yeah, he's super jumpy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, super jumpy. Like, you walk toward him and
He'll sneeze. He'll sneeze and he'll like. He's like, what the fuck?
yeah, he's super jumpy.
He reminds me of like a cat, like because my brother used to have a dog like that, but they came from an abusive like home. Like, but he reminds like I don't know some of his behaviors in terms of like how he's just like he reminds me of like someone that's been through like
I
a
mean,
lot.
he was
but-
rescued.
Yeah, but I mean, he
I
was
don't
there
think
for like
no,
a day.
I just know cats are
Yeah.
like some cats are like
Some
that.
cats are
Some
like
cats
that,
are
yeah.
super just jumpy.
Like observant.
He's a survivor.
Yeah.
Well, he was a kitten. He was a kitten when he was in the shelter. Where did they rescued him? Like he was just
Like
like
off the streets.
I mean, he's
Just
still a
taking him off the
kitten.
streets.
He's not a year old yet.
oh.
He's still a baby.
He's a baby cat. His face is getting less babyish though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More slender, more.
He's handsome.
He's a
He's a
natural born
handsome
killer
boy.
though.
Yeah,
That's
he's,
for sure.
But he's a little brat.
He
He
bit
is a
me.
little brat.
Oh, yeah. He
He
played
bites us all the time.
No, like I was like, hi Alvin, you know, I'm just like, I stuck my hand out. He's like, and I was like,
You probably
Yeah,
smelled
yeah.
the carne asada.
yeah.
He'll do little play bites and stuff. Did it hurt? Was it a bad bite?
No,
or like
no,
just
no,
like a
no.
little,
It was like,
a little, yeah.
bro,
No, he does that all
those
the time
are
with
top
us.
10 anime betrayals, bro. Not like hard,
Wait, were
hard
you-
does the shit all the time too.
Did you approach him like a little more? Like I don't know. Were you a little bit more scared the next time you put your hand in his
No.
face? No.
I'm not
yeah.
afraid of like animals biting me and stuff.
Mm.
I mean, worst case, I
His
just
bites don't bite me, but I'll play with him sometimes, and when he'll scratch, and it's
His
just like
scratches
then,
are-
then you kind of you
I have so many scars.
you are
already.
kind of like
Yeah.
Because
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
like-
Not like a
he-
fear, like, but you're just kind of like,
Apprehensive.
damn, like that actually hurt. So then the
Yeah.
next time you're like,
yeah.
You just have to be careful when he like you have to know
You have to
when
read
he's
his
in
moods.
when he's in a playful mood, like a calm mood,
Or
or
a
like
leave
a
me the
crackhead
fuck
mood.
alone mood.
Yeah.
he's
No.
fucking thinking big time right now.
Is he looking at the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he does that.
He
Right
fucking-
there, he's sitting, like you can see his butt. He's just looking at the wall. He's
Right, yesterday he was over
Every
for like
night.
2 hours.
Every
and
night.
I think he's like little mosquitoes or something.
yeah.
and
He'll
he's
just
like,
watch him. He's just like
But
hours.
it's so
on
cute
there.
because like how that position he sits in. He's
yeah,
just like,
yeah. Nah, he's solving equations right now.
Talking about laughing.
he's like, I time out myself.
Yeah.
We were just, and then like he was over there, and then he's like looking at the corner, and I'm just like, I was like,
He
Alvin,
goes to that corner
like, what are
every
you
night,
doing? And he's just like,
and then he goes.
He's like, I'm solving the meaning of life.
I don't know what he's looking for. He always goes here and like looks up, and then sniffs the door.
and then I think he catches whiffs from like the air outside because that fucking door is looser than a wizard's sleeve. But
I thought you were gonna say like a.
from Borat,
I thought you
No
were
one
gonna say
cut
something
that?
else.
from Borat,
Yeah, no, that was just such a. That came out of left field. Like, you pulled that reference. Like it took. I was like,
What kind of doors is this?
okay.
What kind of dog is
Oh,
this?
what kind of dog is it? A
What
cat
kind
in the
of dog
hat.
is this?
Dude, the part that hella kills me about that movie is
it's
when
a turtle.
He's like, hey, it's
Hey,
a
wait.
turtle.
No, it's a cat in the hat.
Yeah, he's like driving. He has his blinker this
Oh,
way,
yeah,
and
he
he's
goes-
just like hard ass fucking right turn. Like holy fuck. The reason I find that so funny is because I've seen people do that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And it's
Me
just
too.
like why? Like it's just oh my god, dude, hilarious. Comedy gold.
But yeah, no, I don't know. So, what did you want to talk about? Ghosts. We were there, and then Celeste was like, "Let's not talk
No, yeah, I don't know why you
Ghost
want to talk
stories?
about ghosts.
Ooh.
I've never experienced anything.
Me
well,
either.
actually, no. Like I've never seen anything necessarily.
Celeste looks so uncomfortable, bro.
but I've,
It's okay. It's not hot to hear. I can
I've
confirm.
like I've never seen anything or necessarily experienced it, but just I grew like people I trust and people
Wow.
like have told me stories that of things they've seen and stuff, and it's just like yeah, okay. I've always believed in the paranormal. Just maybe not like obviously you have to be skeptical, but
Do you believe in like the Jersey Devil and shit like that?
What is that? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
wait,
don't
what is
know.
that?
You
I've
don't know
never
the
heard of the
Jersey
Jersey
Devil?
Devil.
So there's a.
there's like it's
like a
almost
fol-
folklore.
It's
like
almost like a folklore. It's like a
it's-
cryptid kind
it's
of.
No,
thing.
I know. I mean,
creature.
I figured it's like La Llorona or
Like Mothman.
Yeah,
like
but
Mothman
what
and
is
stuff,
yeah?
yeah.
What's the? I've never heard of the
Which
Jersey.
basically it's always kind of like some sort of like hybrid animal.
It's like a hybrid
That-
horse dragon
with
thing.
wings.
Yeah,
yeah, and it
Yeah, those I never believed in.
it haunts a
Yeah.
bridge.
Yeah.
it's like in New Jersey and stuff, and that like people will see like hoof
Jersey
prints
Devil.
like on their like their house and stuff in like the snow, or they'll hear like
It's
a
just Santa Claus with his
horse.
reindeers.
yeah like I don't think like that kind of stuff. I'm just like
The only one was Bigfoot, if anything, but even then,
No, the only one that I could believe is like the Loch Ness monster. Like anything that has to do with the sea or
Yeah,
like the
that's-
ocean,
yeah.
I can believe.
Or-
but like Bigfoot, I'm like they would have found him by now.
no, because
It's
there's
just-
still
it's just
there's
a special
I mean,
species
what
of
percentage
gorilla.
of the Amazon isn't even
discovered.
discovered? Like there's a lot of what do you call the like grassy areas?
Like plains.
Yeah, but
Savannah?
no, but there's a lot of like.
Inhospitable.
I know that a lot of the Earth's forests too.
Mhm.
Like there's only a certain.
They're so dense.
The depth that we can go into them is like we haven't explored a lot of it.
We haven't been able to.
So it's just like who knows, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
But-
I guess sea creatures I'm more prone to
Yeah.
believe because there's literally like, I don't know what, like there's, I don't know the percentage, but there's like so much of the ocean that we haven't seen that I'm like,
Yeah.
a sea monster I can believe like existed. I mean, if you see like deep sea
believe
creatures, they
mermaids?
look like fucking monsters.
Yeah, they're aliens.
Yeah.
But I think the deeper you go into the ocean, the smaller the organism gets. Because there's less and less food.
And that's
Yeah.
It wouldn't make sense for a bigger animal to be at the
to
bottom.
be at the bottom, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are also are like, not by mass, but like by like expansion. Like I mean, like anglerfish, like they're not small.
They're like,
Anglerfish
they're
are
like this
pretty.
big.
Like no, but like they can grow. Like depend. Like I mean, if you go deep, like yeah, they get smaller. But some of them are pretty big for like their like you wouldn't expect them to be as big as they are. But from what I know, it's not like solid mass. It's like has to do with like buoyancy, where it's like more like air.
They're squishy.
Yeah, they're
Like
squishy.
the blobfish. The blobfish lives in those depths. And he doesn't look like the look when you see him on the pictures. Because obviously when he's in the pressure, it keeps him like,
Condensed.
yeah. You have to be more squishy.
Yeah, I mean it's like you
Like
just
a
said, the pressure down there is
Squishy.
You are my squishy.
Crazy.
Yeah. Like I think the smallest animal or the deepest animal that they've ever found was like a fish. And it's like this big. It's super small. Because like anything bigger would just get crushed. And then if you take it out, it's just like a little slime ball. You know? What?
I
Moco?
just pictured that. It's kind of cute.
Yeah. You squish.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I guess I was thinking no, because you just reminded me. Sorry about that. Like, because of how good exoskeletons are.
Uh-huh.
And I was always thinking, like, I remember that was the first thing that I asked. I was like, if exoskeletons are so cool, I'm like, why did humans develop bones on the inside?
Yeah.
But then it has to do with mass. I don't know. That just reminded me of that for some reason. Like I said, like if you were to scale up an ant,
Yeah.
or well, not to the size of a human, it would be crushed by its own weight
Yeah.
because the exoskeleton would be too much for its like
Too heavy.
body to handle.
Yeah. Or if you were to get a mouse and make it the size of an elephant, it'd blow up because of its blood pressure.
Oh my god.
That and exoskeletons are, besides being obviously still structural, it's usually also like armor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's
Like
basically just bones on the
Yeah,
outside.
like in our case, no armor.
No armor. No armor.
It's just structural.
We take blows like mortal men.
See, there he goes to his corner.
He's like, well, don't
He's
point
like,
it out.
Talking about me. Hi, my loves. ¿Qué pasó?
He's fine.
Mm.
¿Qué pasó?
I don't know. That's so.
Oh no, Alvin,
Oh, no.
get out of there, please.
Hello, Alvin.
He's like so many cables.
I
He's my
know.
homie.
So many toys.
Hello, Lof.
Hello, love.
Boogity boogity boo. All right,
He's
Hopefully
like, I
he
would like
chills
to
there.
join.
he's on the couch.
This is where I will loaf.
Like on the podcast right now, we're just quiet and looking.
I
Just looking
know.
at the cat. He's a very interesting, majestic creature.
Yes.
Yeah. So wait. So what? All right. So you've only heard paranormal stories. You never had like paranormal stuff happen to you.
The only thing I remember that I consider kind of paranormal, but like I don't know, I was younger. I don't know if it was sleep paralysis because
So
I
that's
remember
just like
when I was little,
toning
my
that
aunt used to
negative
live- my aunt
energy
used to
out.
live with it.
Literally.
And I
That
used to
was
have
bad juju.
the bed in my room
Bad
was a
juju.
twin bed,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to be scared. And I would I tell her to sleep with me,
Who?
my aunt,
Okay.
and
I was like Celeste. I'm like,
I
where,
know.
where
I
does she
remember
normally sleep?
and I remember I was like sleeping, and she was like next to me, and then like for whatever reason I just like got up, like I sat up, and then like my door's over here, right, my bedroom door, and I like look over and I see like maybe up to where like not like up to where the door handle is at the door, like a little figure like that, and just like yellowish like glowing eyes, but it was like dark. It was like a shadow. Like I couldn't outline it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, and then I went back to like sleep, and I remember just like that. It sticks with me because I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, why did I not react? And then I'm just like, oh, maybe I was just like seeing like a shadow person, like sleep paralysis.
Yeah,
but it's like, why was I able to move?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why was I able to sit up and like, turn?
Were you able to move? I don't know. I'm wondering. Did after that happened, did you go right back to sleep?
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering how much of it. Because I know whenever I get like really bad sleep paralysis, there's part of me that like can still somewhat feel like I'm moving, or like looking around, but I don't have like full range of motion. I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
so
it makes
creepy.
sense.
Yeah.
I've gotten sleep like when I've gotten sleep paralysis, I wasn't able to move at all. That one maybe was like a light form
Yeah.
of it.
No, like,
But
no, sorry, that's a shit way of explaining it. Like, when I have sleep paralysis, like, I feel like I can move, but like, I don't actually move. I mean, I guess that's such a shitty way of like trying to describe it. Like, part of me was wondering like how much of you actually moved and how much of it was actually still in your vision and you felt like you moved.
I get what
Well,
you're saying.
the thing is it couldn't have been in my vision because if I just thought I moved and I was laying down like looking this way, I would have just been staring at my aunt.
Oh, okay,
Her
okay,
body
okay,
is
okay.
right here.
Yeah.
So
got it.
I
Okay.
know I got up because I remember like obviously like looking over her at a certain point when I'm sitting up, and then I turned, and then I just remember seeing that. And
Yeah.
then I like went back to sleep. But the one story my dad, my mom told me that my dad, and who knows if in his case it was a dream too. He says he was like, oh, I was dreaming.
It happened in Mexico.
No, it happened in the house, in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
He says he got up, or he. But that's the thing that he said he was dreaming, but he said he was barely going to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said he started going to bed, and he was kind of restless, and he like turned around and he opened his eyes and he saw like a dog with a man's head.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And that he was just like, he got up and he was just like, what the fuck, you know, like that he got like, well, he got angry probably because he got fucking scared. And my mom was just like, ¿Qué? And she's like, oh, you were dreaming, you know, like estás soñando, and that. I haven't asked him again. Who knows? But I do know that I was also a very anxious kid, so who knows? But I don't think anything was bad necessarily in that. Like the house isn't haunted, but like Rigo said, that trailer park is old.
Yeah.
So it had to have been constructed on some sort of land, especially because it's woodland.
Yeah.
Like he said, Woodland Davis, like a lot of property is like old Native American land.
I find that so weird.
Wait.
Oh yeah,
The camera's not on.
yours isn't on now.
What?
Like it just shows the home screen.
I find that so like weird though, like a dog with a man's head.
Yeah. That shit was creepy, dude. When he told me.
That is creepy.
No,
yeah.
thank you.
Like I don't even.
And so it's like it could have been like some sort of sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
But the fact that he got up, that he reacted to it, it's just like, what? You don't just break out of fucking sleep paralysis like that.
Yeah.
So who knows? But
Bad juju.
yeah, I know that. Like I didn't like being alone in that.
In your house.
Yeah, like still thinking about it now, I could be alone here, no issue. And if I go back there, like being alone still creeps me out a little bit.
Really?
It always did.
Hmm.
Like I just.
Wait, at your parents' house?
Yeah, even if I was just in my room, but like I had to have the lights on. Like I couldn't have the lights off.
You and you would
scared
like
me.
play with us and stuff.
Yeah, I'd be alone. I was alone many times, and like it distracts you, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was always like more than here. I've never like I'd go into the door and I just always would go into the door and it'd be like I'd wait a little bit or, dude, I'd have things where like I'd walk into the door if I knew no one was home and it wasn't even necessarily like like something paranormal, like no, it could have been like a fucking intruder or something, right?
Yeah.
And I'd unlock the door and I just always have this like feeling like someone's on the sides,
Like
The size
waiting
of
for
the
you.
door?
or
like
something?
waiting for me.
Yeah.
And so like I'd fake go in, I'd do this, and I'd be like, if they swing a bat, ain't gonna get me, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I still do that sometimes, but I used to do it a lot back then.
Yeah.
You know, like I'd peek in, I'd be like, and I'd like hear out, like if there's someone in here, like
Like you'll hear it.
I'm
You'll
trying to
you'll
hear-
hear the creak or
in
something.
the silence.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just. I think that has to do more with my anxious brain,
Yeah.
but the other things for sure. Same thing. My dad's brother. He told us this story one time because you know, culturally, Mexicans are very superstitious,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, a lot of people, because of that superstition, they don't believe.
Yeah.
So then, when you hear these things, like when it comes up,
Yeah. No, it's just no, it's just what you said. It's like they're like superstitious, but like religion or whatnot. Like they could be like religious, as if like it's not all just stories that people
religious.
tell.
I'm not superstitious, but I am a
I'm
little
stitious.
stitious.
Yeah.
Shit, little stitches.
Yeah, no, you keep going. It was just a stupid thing. Stupid thought that you maybe had.
Oh, I got
That
it
makes
now.
sense.
The whole religion thing.
The whole religion
Yeah.
thing, yeah. Sorry, it's not all just stories.
He was telling us about some lady. I don't know how exactly he knew her, but it was a secondhand account basically. He was telling us a story that lady told him. That she, and I've heard this is pretty common, but again, who knows if it's like dealing with grief, if it's a coping thing, who knows, but that lady she lived, I think, with her mom, and her mom died. And she says that she'd go and lay down, and that she'd still, like, she'd feel like someone get in bed with her.
Oh my god, I
Like
hate this.
she'd feel
I
like, and
hate
she'd
this.
like she'd feel like the
The
bed
indentation,
sink, like
yeah.
the weight.
Oh my god. Mm-mm.
But she says that it didn't scare her because she knew it was her mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like she knew it was her mom. And I don't know if it ever went away or what, but like the other day on Reddit I was reading something along the lines of that, but with people have it with pets.
Mm-hmm.
That they'll be like, oh, like my cat of so many years passed away, and for like a couple months after, I'd still hear the claws throughout the house, or I'd hear like a meow, or I'd see him out of the corner of my eye. I'd see him, but obviously and then people were like, maybe it's a way to just cope, that the mind copes, or you're so used to it that you know,
Mm-hmm.
you're imagining things.
Mm-hmm.
And other people were like, oh, or maybe it's just like the spirit dwindled for a while until they kind of see that, hey, you're healed. And then they're like, all right, I can go.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Who knows? I'm spiritual. Like, I do believe in that type of stuff, like energy.
Mm-hmm.
Not to the point of like, oh, like the whole crystals and shit. None of that. But I mean energy in the sense that, like,
What's wrong, Crystal?
They're pretty.
crystal man.
That's the only crystal he likes, bro.
Fucking. But it's like, think about it, you know, like, like someone who's like, say, like, who dies suddenly,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe someone who was suffering a long time, even if they were at peace with their death.
Mm-hmm.
But think about that mental energy that we're exhibiting. Sometimes the physical energy, sometimes just the emotional energy. Where does it go?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, say someone dies abruptly or doesn't realize they're dead. It just... So it's like...
Just goes away.
Where does it go? It has to remain. And I think the way it remains is, like... It's true. Like, I think that ghosts are kind of just almost like after images.
Mm.
But they're after images...
Of energy.
They're like a shell of energy that maybe at some point was really strong. A lot of the time negative.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes positive too. But the positive obviously has release
Yeah.
when you know,
The energy just kind of fades out.
the energy slowly fades out, and it's echoes almost, you know, like echoes, remnants of
It's working out.
Mm-hmm.
what once was.
Yeah.
So sorry. So but yeah, but he was telling us that story, and he was just like I it was a thing that's just like it's always just like, oh, I used to just not believe, or but then it's just like I've actually, when you sit it down and think about it, people have experienced stuff and they're just like, you know, who knows? It's just always like, oh, who knows? It's
Yeah.
like, well, yeah.
So like, all right, I guess. Sorry, I was listening while I was trying to fix the camera.
Sorry guys.
That was the ghost. Ghost fart.
Where?
Ghost.
Ghost.
But I don't know. I think I've always struggled with like the idea of an afterlife. I always kind of am envious of people that like not ignorantly, that blindly like can believe in something like
Hey,
that.
can I say something?
Uh-huh.
Even though I believe in this, I actually don't believe in an afterlife.
No, well, that's where I'm getting at.
Oh,
That's where I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying when you're talking to me right now. When you were talking about this, like I've struggled with like the concept like of an afterlife, of like there being like anything after this. I feel like this is it, and getting tied up in like something after doesn't let you actually enjoy what this is now.
Yeah.
You're more living for like that. But I guess like I always thought ghosts were kind of cool, and I'm like, it'd be cool if they kind of exist. But for me, I feel like I can't believe in both. And I guess that's where my question was to you, was like, oh, you know, if you believe in like ghosts existing or whatnot, do you actually believe that like there's anything after you die?
No, I think that's the reason why, like I said, they're echoes or remnants of the energy, is because it's not a point of like, oh, they're moving on to like paradise or whatnot. And it's just like, no, they're kind of just, it's disappearing. It's just eradicated, you know? That energy is eradicated, but otherwise they wouldn't be left behind. They'd either just go straight to what, you know what I mean? Like it makes no sense to me that it's just like, oh, kind of stuck a little bit, you know, like gotta fucking.
Kind of stuck.
No, it's like
atorado.
I don't know, like I don't know. My religious viewpoints are kind of. I'm definitely no, I don't even know if I'm agnostic, but
I lean a little bit more towards like not like agnostic. Like I feel like that's where I'm at.
I believe in God.
Oh God.
A God.
Not Christian God.
But yeah, the whole idea of the afterlife, I think, it's just the human condition.
Yeah.
You know, like we need to believe that there's something better to justify the suffering that we go through, the sacrifices that we need to do, because no one wants to do those things. No one wants to go through hardships. No one wants to sacrifice things, you know, but it's life. So it's just like, hey, you know, I've lived a good life, or I've had this happen to me, but it's going to pay off in the end. And it's just like, well,
we don't know.
Like, yeah, especially because it's so ass backwards. Like in the Bible, Judgment Day is when God designates you to hell, or paradise, heaven. But people always just like, oh, they moved on when you die. It's like, wait, no, they're not just up there already. Like, did you not like? That's not how it works.
No, I remember
like,
when my dad explained that to me when he was like, you know, I mean, he's like religious or whatnot, and then he was like, oh yeah, you know, that's why like you don't want to get like cremated, or there's like I don't know if I was talking about it with my dad, or I think maybe I was at church, but they were talking about like that's why there's like a specific way of like how you do things, like you don't want to like get tattoos or like cremate your body or whatnot, because then when like Judgment Day comes, then you can't go. Yeah. And I was just like, so what happens in between now and Judgment Day? Am I just laying there? Like, I don't know. I guess that's where, again, like I start poking more holes into it, and I'm just like, I don't think you're supposed to think about it that way.
And it depends too, because it's like it depends if you follow the Bible or if it's like you're Catholic. Catholicism is a lot of BS that they added. That a bunch of shit that people say that's like that's not even in the Bible. If you read the Bible, in the Bible, like you hear at church and all this purgatory. Purgatory is not in the Bible. There's not the Bible never speaks of an in between. There's no fucking limbo where you're just like, oh, maybe I'm gonna get pardoned or maybe not. It's just like no. Like you're resting, quote unquote, when you die, and then Judgment Day comes. God's like, hey, the Bible designates all the families, the descendants of each of the apostles and fucking chosen ones, and it's just like, so many of these people, booms, that amount, you're golden, baby, let's go. Fucking cocaine and horse for everybody. but
well, that's the whole thing, right? Like, it's like, well, if like heaven is a place, like, I mean, it would be devoid of sin, so it wouldn't be like this paradise of do whatever the fuck you want.
The way I imagine paradise is just like plain
place,
like the plains. Like
plains,
it's just I imagine tall wavy grass, kind of like how
someone's been watching too much anime.
The Elysian Fields in God of War. Do you remember how that looked?
Which ones?
The Elysian Fields, where like
is that where the
warriors go to? You basically like the.
I don't think I went that far.
No.
Maybe.
Well, not in the recent. Did you never play the older God of Wars?
No.
Or.
No. I played 3 and that was it.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like, kind of like.
I always pictured it kind of how I was in Soul.
Oh.
You just.
Oh yeah, that's it. That sucks.
And it's done. I don't fucking know. I guess like no because
little sound dude.
Yeah, it's like when they hit. It's a fly trap.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Funny.
From my earliest memories, like I mean, I was always an anxious kid, but my first anxious thought was, I'm gonna die. Like, when I found that out, I vividly remember when I found that out. I was talking to my mom about it. I was just like, oh, well, like, as long as I don't get hit by a car or something, like, we're good, right? And she's like, no, like, you can get old and die. And I was like, but, like, from what?
You're like, how, though?
Yeah, it's like, well, you just get old and you die. And I was like, like, mortality. And I don't know, I guess to me, it's just always been that, like, source of anxiety source of like
that's weird. That's funny.
What, like that I can remember that like as a kid?
No, I think I never went through that because I kind of always felt like a miracle that I was alive because that's what I was told. So like mortality to me, I think I knew.
Yeah.
Like I knew that it's just like I kind of just always understood. Not understood death, but the concept of death, I don't ever remember it clicking because I just kind of, I know that we die. So it's weird when you say that to hear you be like, oh yeah, I remember like obviously like the innocence of a kid, and it's just like I don't remember ever having that.
Either.
Like I just kind of knew.
And I think it's also that like I was devoid of any death or loss as a kid.
Oh.
I like. My grandma died maybe when I was like 9, 8, but they were distant family. I never knew them. Like I didn't lose somebody until like my most recent grandma, but like again, we weren't close.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like one of those things that it's like for me it's always just been like in my head and I have to think about it however I think about it in my head.
Yeah.
And in my head, I immediately kind of gets scary.
Yeah.
I've had a couple. There's one funeral two funerals that I will never forget. There was one where I went and it was like a little kid, and I remember everyone just had balloons. Everyone just had a bunch of little balloons.
It was a little kid's funeral.
It was a little kid funeral.
Yeah.
And then I remember like at the end they just let them go, and I remember I was pretty young when that one happened, and
balloons.
so. I was like 15 or 16 and I was just like, dang, like I've never been to a kid funeral, so it kind of that clicked in my head of like it can happen to you whenever, you know. And then when my grandma's sister died, like the grieving that everyone, her sisters were going through, I just remember just not understanding it. And I was just standing there, and I remember like looking at the gravestone next to me, and it was like some older guy. And I just remember being like, yo, did like your family act like this too at your funeral?
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember just kind of sitting there, like one of my grandma's sister was like, no, like I want to go with her. She was like hopping on the coffin and shit. I just remember that shit is like seared into my fucking head. And I just remember just being like, holy fuck, like this is rough. Mm-hmm. And then I understand what you're talking about, because I feel like I have a very similar way of thinking. I was gonna die too when I was a little kid. I had like internal bleeding and shit, and they had to like go into my nose and like sew something up or like burn a vein or something.
Oh, like when you were born? I thought you were in an accident.
No. I was gonna bleed out when I was a baby, and then but I have a very similar way of thinking of you as you do. But I think of it in a very different way. For me, it's more like, okay, I understand that my mortality, and I know that I'm not gonna live forever. But that's the same thing that drives me to do the things that I'm doing, to do the things that I want to do, to push myself to do the things, because I don't know if anything's going to happen later, right? Like, maybe there is, maybe there isn't, maybe I'll come back, maybe I won't. Okay, so if I'm going to wait for that, I'll get to that when I get there. As of now, we're here, and it's like, okay, well, I might die. And it's like, okay, well, I might die. Am I going to die not knowing jiu-jitsu or knowing jiu-jitsu? You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I'd rather not be on my deathbed and be like, fuck, I really want to do jiu-jitsu, and I just never fucking did it. Like, that's what drives me to do it.
I'm like that, but I'm way too nihilistic with that type of thinking.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't want to start it if I can't get great at it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, then it's like, if I do die, then it's just like, I didn't accomplish anything. To me, I seem to view it so black and white without really meaning to, because I know that if I sit down and I'm just like, well, no, like, the way it should be is like this, and you gotta view it's the journey, not the destination. But it's just like, what? But
I think of it like, why am I learning jiu-jitsu? Like, what am I gonna do with it? Like, am I gonna compete with it? Am I gonna be like really great at it? Am I gonna like? Are you thinking about all those things?
Not quite in that sense of like, what am I gonna do with it? But if I'm very passionate about something, I want to be good at it.
Well, yeah.
And so that usually is what drives me. So so certain things I'm just like, I want to do it, and I want to do it, but then it's just like, but no, because what yeah, like you said, not so much what am I gonna do with it, but where am I gonna go with it?
Yeah, well,
like,
that's what I'm saying. What practical, like you said, am I gonna have? Like, am I gonna go to tournaments? Am I gonna be a successful like jiu-jitsu like fighter? Like, I don't know. I was, especially when you were describing like soccer to me, like it sounded like something that you liked doing, but at some point it sounded like you wanted to do it professionally. Then your parents didn't, like, you know, didn't support that. And it sounded like it's something that you like doing. So I was like, why don't you play it on the weekends? Well, like, I mean, I'm not going to do it anymore. It doesn't sound like it's something that you would just do for fun.
Like, it sucks that I view it like that. Like,
yeah.
I think that's definitely some sort of, I think at least it's like Marco said, we all have like some trauma. Not that is the trauma, but it's a regret, I think, that I hold closer to me than I like thought I did, because it's just like I haven't been able to find something that
sparks
sparked that. I feel like,
and even that you were like as good as like,
and something that I can get to where it's like, yeah, like I was that feeling of like, hey, I'm actually good at something, like I'm competent with something, you know.
And see that
like,
feeling.
I haven't found that
exactly
ever, and I feel like I'm chasing it. Like,
yeah,
part of the reason why, even when I was at Foodful, I was looking to like get into like the
produce department.
No. Fuck the produce department. No, I was thinking already of leaving, because I was just like, I want to do something with my life, like something that's not this. Like, I don't want to stay here forever. Like, firefighting.
Mhm.
I was thinking of, or I was something along those lines. I was like, I want to do something. Like I
Mhm.
want to learn something.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's part of the reason why I so easily get down on myself now,
Mhm.
is because like I hate not being good.
Good at something.
Like
Yeah.
I hate it.
I
And then sometimes,
there
but
too,
instead of it being a positive,
Like working towards
and
it.
it's just
you're
like, yeah,
kind
I
of
gotta
like,
just work harder. Like
You just feel like you're failing and you
need
kinda
to-
stop
I
there.
feel like I want to quit because I'm just
Yeah.
like, no, like maybe I'm not good at this.
Yeah.
Like and it's like I don't know if it stems from that
Mm-hmm.
or yeah.
It could be, but I think it's like I said. I understand the way you see it too, because there were certain things that, like for example, drawing. I've always wanted to learn how to draw like really well, but I just don't. I can't. I can barely draw stick figures, you know. And so it's like, and you know, sometimes I'll sit down and I'll draw something. I'm just like, I can't fucking do it, you know. But the way that I kind of see it, or at least that I've tried to push myself to see it, is that if you go in with the mentality of I need to be good at this right away, you set yourself up for that disappointment, because it's very unlikely that you'll be hella good at something the first time you do it. And in the way when I realized that, there's almost beauty in that, in the sense of like it's almost like you're being born again, but in this specific field. You're a baby, and it's just like, okay, well, what do babies do? They grow. As time passes, as they keep continuing to try to walk, they get better. They get better. They get better. Dude, in jiu-jitsu, when I my first class compared to now, I feel like I'm doing a lot better. And like, obviously they're going harder on me. They're going tougher on me. But it's like, as I'm getting better, I learn how to kind of like, you learn your own thing. You learn your own way. And then my favorite part of doing that is the fact that once you start reaching certain like little levels, you can start adding your own twist to things. You add your own, this thing, this drawing, or this move or whatever. Like, it's the same move that Rigo can learn. It's the same move that Isidro can learn, but Marco does it slightly different, right? Isidro does it slightly different. And I think that's what I like to see when I see someone and they're like, oh, like I like doing this, I like doing this. Like, that's what I like to see. I like to see like, I like to see that little, this was Isidro's, this was Rigo's, this was Celeste.
I get that. Like what you're saying is true. My point was knowing that I
Still can't get yourself
I
to
still
do it.
can't get myself into that mindset, because I tell myself that too. Like, obviously, yeah, it's just like, okay, be patient with yourself, because a lot of the times that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, why? Like I said, the reason why I wanted to get out of the last job that I had is because like I feel like I should be somewhere, like I should be further than I am. So it's like, what can I do to set myself up better? Like maybe I can try somewhere else, and I'll learn better. Maybe I will learn more.
You're really far away from it.
And then it just, but yeah, it just.
I think it's important to understand that change is inevitable. Change will always happen. Things will never be the same forever. And with that, it's like, okay, well, it's too late to go to school, because there were a couple of times where I was like, what the fuck am I doing in school? Like, I've been here so fucking long, and I still haven't gone nowhere, still haven't done this. But at the end of the day, I thought about it, and I was like, I could be 40 years old and have just gotten my degree at 40, right? Like, fucking, let's say it fucking took hella fucking long. It took till 40, right? It's just like, I could be 40 years old and have that degree, or I could be 40 years old and not have it. And if that time is gonna pass, I'd rather have it pass and have worked towards it, and when I have it, it will mean something more to me than to sit there and been like, damn, I could have done this like 2 times or 3 times, you know? Like, it's that, I understand what you mean in the sense of like, I want to get good at it. If I'm gonna do it, what's the point of doing something else you're gonna do it well, right? But I had that mentality too, but it's not as gratifying, because it's almost like you're chasing the happiness. And one thing that a lot of people like tend to notice is once you reach that, I reached it, it doesn't make me happy. And then now you're looking for that next slope. You know what I mean? And it's more about like, get to that point sit there for a little bit and be like, oh, cool, I'm chilling here. And then it's just like, okay, well, what's next from here? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And then I guess the way that I've kind of adapted to it is more like, it's like you said, if I want to die, I'd rather have practiced jiu-jitsu. I'd rather have gotten my degree. I'd rather have learned how to play guitar, even if I fucking suck, Like, it's more about, like, all these little things, I'm getting them, and it's like, the day that I do have to fucking, my energy's going, or whatever the fuck is going, I can have, like, this little cluster of things and been like, these are the things that I did. And these are the things these are the ways that I did them. You know what I mean? And then the people around me can see those things, or the people that I've shared those things with can see them. And then, in a way, maybe they can pass it on to somebody else. You know what I mean? Or to my kids or whatever. I think it's about, like, the experience. It's about more like, it's like you said, if this is all we got, why not make the most out of it? You know what I'm saying? That's the way I kind of see it, I guess.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's the right way to see it.
Sorry, we were having some mic issues. Dang, today was just a mic.
It's the Wendigo, bro.
Ah, dude.
And this one
It
just had
has
so
not
many
been a good
technical
episode.
difficulties.
Do you guys want here? Let's sign out from the. Let's just sign out from the mic and just.
Yeah.
edit this.
No, yeah, I'm just saying.
Bye.
Thank you for everyone that keeps listening, because again, we are mostly doing this for ourselves, which is why we started doing it in the first place. And we've hit like rough patches where we can't do it. Some people get busy, but regardless, we come back here week after week, and that's still something to be like proud of. So I'm proud of you, Cedro.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's a little get together.
Yeah.
Like it's always cool.
Yeah. Okay. And listen to us on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Instagram, Grindr, fucking.
We're on Grindr? Oh, say less. I don't even know what that is.
Or never listen to us again. Yeah, that's fine too. Thank you, Jonah. Give Celeste a happy birthday shout out in the comments. Leave a birthday cake in the comments.
A cupcake.
Yeah. And thanks for stopping by, and thanks for putting up with us week after week.
Yes.
We love all of you guys.
I love you too, Mike. All right, beautiful creatures out there.
Hello, loves.
Hello, loves.
Hello.
There you
hello. Go.
Our friend's house.
Podcast.
Bye.
Bye.